Hi, favored ones. Welcome to Soul Talk. Our guest for today is Bunny Caminade. He is an energy healer. But before that, he was in corporate. He was an executive. He also dabbled into business. He was an entrepreneur. Um, he also became bankrupt and jobless. No, the search for who he is. Yun yung journey niya, who he really is and many facets of who he is. Yun yung storyline for Soul Talk right now. And I'd like to welcome Bunny to our show. Hi,
Hello.
Bun.
Hello,
I'm so
hello.
happy. I'm so happy that you're here. This will be one very interesting and I'm sure puro tawanan tayo dito. Sabi ko sa'yo, na-miss ko yung tawa mo.
Oh,
Kamusta ka na? What keeps
I'm
you,
very good. I'm very good. I'm in Cebu now. I flew here last December to spend Christmas. And then my plan was just to stay for a month or two. Ngayon, indefinite na. Thanks to technology, I can do everything online. I don't have to go home. I have to go back there. So everything is very well here. So for the past few weeks, it has been very busy for me. All of a sudden, it was so interesting that my schedules are booked. Before I just get one, on average two. Ngayon, I would have four, five, and that's too much.
wow,
A week.
nakakayanan mo 4 to 5 sessions a day?
Ay, hindi
Or
naman,
a
grabe
week?
ka naman. A week.
Ah,
Pero
a week.
kaya ko
Pero
yan.
sakto yun, ah.
Kaya ko yan face to face. 5 to 6, kaya ko yan. But one thing I noticed about online sessions, it's more draining.
It is. Oo.
It is more draining because I notice that I take more effort in connecting with the client energetically because I need to feel what they feel. So I need to know where to direct the session. And not to jump the gun on our discussion, on our talk this afternoon, this morning. The reason why all of a sudden there's been a surge in people seeking my services is that when I finally embraced who I am as a leader.
Wow, amazing. Dati, a few years ago, hindi pa eh. You're not that, you're not really openly talking about your services or your gifts.
Because I was not there yet. I still wanted to go back to corporate or come up with a business and stuff. And then here I am, not owning who I am, and then asking God, how come I don't have clients? I know I'm very good. How come? And then just a few weeks ago, because I took up astrology, I saw it in my charts. Oh my God, this is my soul path. I shouldn't be doing this. No wonder my life went to this one. Because I kept on denying who I am. Michelle, the moment, a few days after, sunod-sunod na sila lahat. That I have to schedule now. The people that I need to see. Like today, 2 people said I want to have a session with them. Teka muna. I-schedule ko muna kasi hindi ko kayanin. Slow down. Because I now incorporated astrology into the modality that that I'm using now, which is called Brendy method, which is quantum based, fractal based, and stuff. So the beauty behind it, the astrology and Millennium method and even Reiki, I was able to see a connection from past life unto this life, and then your soul path. It gives you a panoramic view of who you are, and it will make you understand how come I act this way, how come circumstances happen this way. Kasi pala, you were going on a different path. This is not the experience your soul wants to experience. This is what your soul wants to experience. It's not that your soul wants to experience how it is to be rich. Your soul wants to experience you to be who you are, discover who you are, and consequent and as a side effect, you can become rich.
Okay, nagigets ko yan.
Your soul just wants to experience that. Who is Bunny Caminade? Who am I? Without all the trappings of wealth and prestige and stuff like that. So who am I at the core? That's why I went through bankruptcy, not earning any money and stuff, because I was stripped of all the personas that I created myself based on my insecurities in life, based on my traumas in life. Because I put up these walls. So what the universe does, tinanggal isa-isa, naked. So how I have this nakedness now. I still even didn't know who I was in my nakedness now because may gift ka, healer ka, pero I did not own it. So I was still lost until just a few weeks ago. To think I was already healing that time, a few weeks ago na, ito na. So ito na talaga, Lord. So this is final answer na talaga ito. Sige, go. Go. So
no, that's amazing. And you only realize it recently. Paano ba naman ang struggle mo?
May evidence eh. May papel. Oh my gosh, it's there. Hindi siya pwedeng ipagkaila. It cannot be. Because even the cards would say this is it. But I was very stubborn because this is what I want. This is what my lower ego wants. I want wealth. I want prestige. But what my soul wants is to experience how it is to be with family. In my past life, I was very successful in business. I was probably a tycoon. It's there. Very claro. As in, claro. Now, when I was in my past life, I was negligent of my family. It was all about work, making more money, making more wealth. And that was who I was early on in my life. Making more wealth, buying, shopping, creating wealth and living in a life of opulence. So something had to happen. That's why all of these things I lost, business partners, business, and all this stuff. Everything that I created, who I am, was gone. I needed to individuate to be who I am. So we all go through this process where in the first half probably of our life, comfortable. These are all influences from past life because we have a very influential past life. This is who we were. Master ka na dun sa previous life eh. So something had to happen to cut it. So this is the crisis that happens in our life. The soul, individuation, whatever term you call that. And then midlife crisis is also one term. And then you start to redirect your attention to the path that you really need to go. Okay? Although, looking back at my life, oh my God, there have been several chances for me to redirect my attention. I was just too hard-headed. Because I'm stubborn, I want this. This is what I want. Kasi I want to be rich. I want to do that. But it's not. Even then, I had a lot of cash, but it was not giving me fulfillment. There was still void. So I kept on shopping trying to fill the void. It was never filled. Now I'm doing this. I don't have much, but I am able to survive. I'm still able to look good and live.
Hindi mawawala yun.
Hindi mawawala kasi ingrained siya eh. But there is no more fulfillment. There is more peace of mind. I am not stressed when I go to sleep every night. And it's so nice every time I have a session with a client. I discover who they are, and they discover who they are, and then they find meaning in their lives. Oh my God, so much fulfillment. And this is needed. This is badly needed now with all the evolution, all these things happening due to evolution. COVID, structures breaking down because it's the age of Aquarius. All of this breaking down. there's a lot of kaguluhan happening right now because we are now in the midst of transition from the age of Pisces to the age of Aquarius. From the age wherein everything is centralized, structured, to an age wherein everything's altruistic, everything no structure, not really no structure, but power that is in the hands of the few are being broken down, so that power will now be with everyone, with humanity. So we are now so that we are now will be more empowered. In the age of Pisces, we were controlled by fear. Kaya ang daming hindi pwede, ang daming hindi ganyan. Sa Catholic Church, kung kemot pa lang, sin na, oh my God, ano ba to? Hindi na pwedeng nang walang sin. Yung ganon. That's why they call God fear. Why should I fear God? Should God love him, you know? So everything was based on fear. That was the matrix. The awakening here is taking the red pill to awaken. This is the world. We are controlled by structures, religion, institutions, government, everything, through fear. Because everyone wants to control people because that's where the power is. Now we are retaking the power. Kaya ang daming crisis na nangyayari ngayon. That's why I went through my crisis. I went ahead of everyone else. You also went ahead of everyone else.
But those who went ahead of everyone else are experiencing a more positive way of life during this time.
Correct. Kaya in the midst of the pandemic, parang bliss. Kasi pinagdaanan na siya. While everyone else is like, going crazy. So we are the way showers, Michelle. So we are here. The reason why we experience it first, because we needed to get the experience so we can teach, share how it is to navigate, to be an individuated human being. We have different styles of individuation. You have your own, I have my own. But all paths lead to one destination, which is to source, to God, right? So I go through my path is through shadow work. Yours is through meditation. So iba-iba eh. Kasi each person is unique. We cannot be into one central parehang, just like in school na one set of rules, one set of books. That's why people get so limited because we have different talents, we have different ways of learning, and then they do not cater to us. So at the end of the day, when we were younger, we feel like we are stupid and dumb. We are not. We're just unique. I have accepted that now, that I'm unique. Because I have also a conversation, I'm stupid because I was in the honor roll. Ay hindi pala kasi unique ang aking learning style.
Yes, ibang learning style.
I am kinesthetic. I feel. I am visual. I want to see. Words do not appeal to me. Numbers don't appeal to me. Although I know things, but they don't really appeal to me. So I need to feel.
Mga tao sa traditional school, no? It's all reading and numbers talaga.
Yes. Tsaka memorization. I cannot memorize. I wanted to take up law when I had my law subjects in college. Oh my God, I cannot have this. I will fail. I cannot understand. I don't understand by memory. It doesn't make sense to me. I have to, learn. I have to learn it. I have to know it by heart. Ang hirap kapag law. So, hindi na ako nag-law.
Oo. Pero alam mo, ang ganda that you are able to finally, find your path. And, you all have the tools under you that you can use. Diba? Parang all of those helped you personally. And now you're also offering those services, those tools to other people. And it's really very, I'm so happy that you're taking the courage to speak about it right now. Kahit na
Yeah.
maliit pa yung mga communities natin, it's
No,
okay,
wala
di ba?
naman. It's not, wala naman sa kaliit yan eh. But it's just taking the step because the earth is a school.
It is, yes.
So it is the lesson that I learned for every new experience I go through. When you asked me months ago last year, can you guess what will I say? Wala pa ako dun eh. Until such time that I gained the confidence that okay, these are the subjects I know about. Because I know a lot of things. I don't know
Yes,
where to focus.
definitely do know a lot. Ang
I
dami
don't know
mong
where to
inaral.
focus. Ang dami kong inaral. So I don't know where to focus. So I feel like I would not make a good guest for a talk like this because I might be all over the place. But what is the beauty behind this one is in discipline called astrology, which is very hard to understand. I was able to take a grasp at it and make sense out of it and able to share it. And then I've had um, clients wherein they tell me they've been to several readings. Mine was very spot on, which is very ego boosting for me. And then they find clarity in life. And the beauty of my modality is that I don't only give you a reading, I also heal you in the areas where where you are weak at or there's a block. Okay? So it's very, life because it's not static, it's always moving and moving and moving. So even if your chart is like that, it doesn't mean you're just doomed for life. We can do something about it. We're co-creators of God. Let's do something about it. So that's why I don't tell fortune. Other than karmic, each one of us has the power to create our own future. Diba? Co-creator ka eh. Create your future. The only thing that the problem is it doesn't physicalize because we have blocks. Limiting belief that I am not good enough. What's this? Money goes on trees. I have to work hard. Ang dami eh. Ang dami dyan. So we clear that up so that you are aligned to your manifestation. Bliss, synchronicity, miracles. And one thing I realized, we are all scared of the unknown.
Yes.
That's why we're always in a box. Kasi the box is the comfort zone, very predictable. But the space of miracles is outside the box. God is outside the box. He sees in the unknown. We are scared. Even there are people who go through healing, they don't get healed. Because healing for them is outside the box. What is now their comfort zone is the world of pain and misery and victimhood and stuff. So they don't get healed. They're just stuck there. I've seen people who are like that. Parang, why do you keep on coming back to me? Bakit ganun pa rin ang issue mo? Pero hindi pa pwedeng iba na naman. Kasi they go back to the old world, to who they were. They don't want to venture out into an identity that they are not familiar with. It takes courage to go beyond who you are. Kaya yung pain of the crisis is basically us pushing us out of our comfort zone so that we will discover who we are and the many facets of us. Ang dami eh. Ang dami. And then one thing, do not let go of your ego or underestimate it. Ego is very important. It's the container of your consciousness. If we throw away our ego and belittle it, our inner child will start to complain and put up tantrums. Lalo maraming shadows sa buhay mo. There will be more problems created. So what do we do? I would classify ego as lower and higher. Okay. Lower ego is the area of survival. I need to do this because I need to earn money. I need to do this because I want to be safe. I need to eat because I am whatever your reason is. So no, the mundane things. These are needed because we have issues. We have traumas that needs to be healed but remains unhealed. So the ego has that one. The ego protects us. That is the essential role of an ego. That's why we have to take care of it. We have to love it. We have to integrate it. We have to know it. So once we know our lower ego, then we can transcend to the higher ego. The ego of contribution, generosity, charity, empowerment, healing, and stuff like that. Because our lower ego is who we are. The higher ego is where we want to be, who we want to be. Okay? So as we keep on integrating and integrating all of these things, our ego, whether higher or lower, becomes bigger and bigger and bigger. It becomes stronger, more solid. Okay? Ego is not bad. We just need to classify lower, higher. Lower ego is not bad. Needed. Without lower ego, you will die. You don't know how to survive. Sasabihin ko lang sa yung pangit ka, magpapakamatay ka na kasi wala kang ego. That's how important ego is. So ego helps us to survive in a world of polarity, of duality. When I say polarity, it's not friendly. Always contradicting, always forces, banging against each other. And you're in the center. Pag wala kang ego, you'll be crushed. Ego makes you manage these things. Needs to survive. And as you transcend, you will now learn how to work with the energies of the universe. Now you flow. And as you flow, more miracles, more synchronicities, and stuff like that. So life will become better and higher and more beautiful. It's down like heaven on earth. So those are the things that I realize. So other than people don't want to get healed, people are belittling their ego. So there is a lot of things that we need to teach. That there's nothing wrong. It is what it is. Be aware of it, integrate it, embrace it, and those that are no longer aligned to us, release it. Send it to God for transmutation. Para hindi na babalik sa'yo. Talagang i-transmute mo yan. Kasi kapag hindi mo siya transmute to the light of God, babalik sa inyo. Balik ka na naman sa square one. Okay? So those are the things that I learned. And it's very beautiful. You look at lives of people, it's so amazing and beautiful. And I now have a deeper respect on how God has orchestrated everything. There is a pattern. There's a flow. Even if we do not see it, even if it looks chaotic, but there's a flow. If there's no flow, there's no pattern, the planets would have been crushed against each other. There is flow. So my gift is I'm able to see the patterns. Not like the Queen's Gambit, she can see it while she's high, whatever drug she's taking, but when I see something, I can see, this is the flow. This is the pattern of the person's life. Once you understand, there is already healing. Understanding is healing because your body will no longer be resisting your darkness. There's no healing because there is no a release. I'm not bad pala. They say I'm being a bitch is bad, but it's not. I'm just a bitch. And it has a role. I need to be a bitch because I grew up in a childhood community where everybody was trying to attack me. I feel threatened. So I need to come up with their persona. I need to be a bitch to be able to survive. Now that I am rich or in a better place, I don't need to use this bitchiness all the time. I need to be softer. So it's more awareness of who you are and where you are in life. So you don't have to be a bitch all the time. You need to be generous. You can have balance. Life is all about balance and harmony. So
there's really a lot of awareness that you really have to learn. And yung mga dati, like yung sa corporate or being an entrepreneur, yun yung mga gusto ng lower ego. And when you understood that it's already, parang Kasi too much of ego rin is not that healthy, di ba? But we also have to protect it at the same time.
Because it's unhealed. They're unhealed traumas. It goes out of control. But when you're aware and you're able to heal, it does not become a monster. It's your friend.
Yes.
The dark is your friend. So is the light.
Lahat naman galing sa creator.
Correct. God is neutral. God is the perfect yin and yang.
You know, it's wonderful to see that your search has led you to this. Kasi ang dami mo rin pinagdaanan eh. Dati hindi ko nga mag-gets, bakit kaya sobra-sobra si Bonnie sa shadow work? Parang maloloka ako kung ako yung nandoon. Kasi I've done my part there. I mean, I've experienced that. But I also realized that sandali lang yon, ng isang period lang siya ng buhay ko. Hindi ko siya kailangan gawin na tuloy-tuloy. But in your case, you really delved deep into that and into a lot of things. Then you were really exploring. During those times, ba talagang hinahanap mo yung pattern or yung mga sagot?
Yes. Because I know there is a secret to it. Tamad ako eh. Gusto ko ng shortcut.
Loka!
Tamad ako. I don't want pain. Tuloy, tignan mo. Puro pain.
Pero you don't want pain. Pinagdaanan mo sa katutak na
Kasi
pain.
what you resist persists eh. So what you resist persists. So when I accepted pain, ito pa rin yung shortcut. Accept mo lang. Pain. Come pain. Wallow in pain. Parang accepting where you are in life. Because even if I was going through what I was going through, I was accepting where I am. I didn't accept my failure. Sakit sa ego yun. Ang sakit-sakit. Hindi pwede yung failure. Hindi failure. I was very successful in my corporate life. I was very successful as an entrepreneur. Hindi pwede magka-bankrupt. When I accepted, that's when things shifted. May resistance ako sa where I was.
So there was really no acceptance during those times before.
Diba, if people who go to healing do not accept healing, they do not get healing. I kept on doing shadow work, but I was, even if it was just on my face, I was still not accepting it. I was still resisting it. No, this cannot be. That was always my line. This cannot be. This can never happen to me. Impossible. I'm a very good manifestor. How dare you, God, make this happen to me? I blame God. How dare you? How dare you? I was driving from Quezon City to Mandaluyong going to my house. All I did was run. How dare you do this? How dare you allow this to happen to me?
That's a lot of anger, ha?
Super. And after that, when I realized, ako lang pala yun.
Oo. Ganun nga usually, no? When you finally realize, parang, ano bang pinagagawa ko sa buhay ko? Wait lang. Ano yung in-orchestrate ko sa buhay ko? Ganun. But now, pero what shifted? How were you able to accept where you were during those times before that allowed you to transform?
I was ranting with a friend because I got guilty ranting about, bitching to God. Bitching about God. I got guilty kasi Catholic tayo eh. Good boy pa naman ako. So you know what? This is what I did. Darling, God doesn't have an ego. Why are you guilty? He's neutral. So so he did not get mad. He's just chill. He's taking a chill. And then something just clicked because we always thought God is abundant and generous. So if he's neutral, he doesn't get affected with what we rant about. And then he's abundant and generous. So everything that we ask for is given. Wala siyang pakialam.
Even
what
the
he
bad
just
things.
needs from us is the experience and the because lesson lang naman eh. Everything plays out. Everything plays a role. Christ will never become Christ. Jesus will never become Christ without Judas. something needs to be triggered. World War II, I mean, the UN will never be UN without World War II. Things need to happen. COVID needs to happen because all these structures of power need to crumble down. So power will be given to the people. We have been controlled too long. Okay? So when I realized that, okay, God is, so what is happening here? Because I was still resisting it. Then she told me after a few weeks, I was still complaining to her, nothing shifted. I already, I already believe that God is generous and He's neutral. And here you are, she texted me, and here you are complaining. So you are not accepting where you are. Okay. So if I don't accept where I am, so there is no healing that is needed. Kasi wala pa acceptance eh. I will not get any healing or medicine if I do not accept, when I don't take responsibility of my illness. Okay? So the doctor can never give you a correct symptom if you, lie about your symptoms or what you went through.
Okay.
Okay?
Parang nagigets ko na. Yes, I can see where you're going.
So
Continue.
if you are true in saying, okay, this is what I'm going through, this is what I feel, and this is what I am now acknowledging and owning what I feel, because I wasn't acknowledging it. I wasn't owning it that I was in pain, that I was mad, that I needed help. So when I went to that space of humility, Michelle, was when graces started to pour. In a matter of 1 week, things shifted. 1 week, 2 weeks. But a short time lang siya, was a 1 month. Things shifted. Miracles after miracles. Oh my God. The life that I was trying to manifest, Lord, I want to have a life where I don't have any financial concerns. I will just stay, just nilay-nilay, I will just read what I want to read and do what I want to do. Happen. And then I got bored. That's why I started cooking and selling. Because I was, I reached too much relaxation already.
Actually, I saw all your posts sa mga niluluto mo. Yung humba. Humba, how do you pronounce it?
Humba. So
Humba.
those are the passions that came out. Okay, I know how to cook, and I cook well, and people like what I cook. Things like that. So I saw also a different facet of me. Now I'm venturing into baking. Okay, so these are the things. It's not because I want to sell, but I just want to experience it. I want to know what my fears are. So I'm still doing shadow work. Because behind my fear is a part of me that I am ashamed of, that I repressed, which has limited me in life. So it's not as, my shadow work is not as painful as it was before, na talagang nayayanig ako. But it's now more in a space, oh my God, this is how I am. So ano pala, no wonder that I do this. Like technology, no wonder I do not, I am against technology in knowing something about technology, because I have a belief that I am a damsel in distress. And I have a belief I'm stupid. Hence, I cannot understand. Because I'm a damsel in distress, I cannot do this myself. So this I know oh my God. So I see different facets of me now. So it's beautiful. So I'm able to integrate that. So this is now the expansion. So I'm now, literally going out of my box, back into my box. Almost every day.
And ang laki ng growth. Ang laki ng growth
Exponential
during
talaga siya.
these few months.
Exponential, especially last year where we were not doing anything. So I devoured on YouTube. Basically, YouTube is my friend because I'm very visual. I wanted video. The books I like, but I get sleepy. So I devoured knowledge. And knowledge became wisdom. Knowledge becomes wisdom when we are able to translate that into our own lives. But about this is the knowledge, so how does it affect me now? So I internalize it. Now it becomes wisdom. So when I talk, I talk with authority because I went through it. I know how it feels like, but based on my perception. Okay? But that is a very good foundation for me. So when I do healing, this is the foundation. I now take myself out of the picture so that when I heal, there is as much as possible, there's no bias and no perception coming from my head. It's neutral. So I know how it is now to be neutral. I know how it is now if I am trying to impress a client. I really stop myself. Here I am. I'm trying to impress a client. Because there's a trauma that comes behind the trying to impress a person. So I catch myself in extreme. Although some
Pero
things I
ano
don't
yun
catch myself.
tremendous awareness yan for you to catch yourself.
Kasi naman, ang pinagdaanan ko, Michelle, my gosh. I told myself, I better learn the lesson, darling, because I don't want to go through this anymore. Ang sakit-sakit. Yan ang motivation ko.
Ayaw mo na pagdaanan ulit.
Not in this lifetime, not in the next lifetime. Tapos na siya.
Okay. So now that you're integrating all of the different facets of yourself na with awareness and with acceptance and of course humility.
Humility that I am not above the law of the universe. That I operate within the laws of the universe. I took myself to be too special because ang galing ko mag-manifest. As in, like, I can manifest cars, businesses, condos, houses, and stuff. Ang galing ko dyan. So, it went into my head. Lower ego Lower ego trying to prove myself that I'm intelligent enough and good enough. So it went bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Then it went out of control. That's what talaga, it's like, the balloon was pricked. Bang! When it exploded, wala ako. I totally lost myself. Because that's who I was. So I have to imagine at 50, I have to recreate, I have to create myself to something new. So I swung to the other side. Now I'm in the process of trying to be in the middle of who I was and who I am now, and who I will be. So who I was, who I am now, and this is who I will be in the center. Kasi that's our natural reaction. If something happens, we swing to the other side. We make our previous life bad. This is good. No, this is not bad. This is just what it is. So we now look for the way to swing to the center. So this is where I am swinging to the center.
The middle path.
Oh, middle path. Because that is where God is. In neutrality, in harmony. Anything in harmony is God. So anything beautiful is God. Because it's in harmony, it's neutral and stuff. So those are, and there were things that when I would just sit alone and then I would ask a question and then I would play my Candy Crush. Kasi that time I spaced out na eh. It basically calms my analytical mind. Those are the times when I realize huge insights. Kasi like huge. Pag ganyan, oh my God. Pag ganyan talaga ako, oh my God. What a beautiful insight that was. Because all the things that I have been reading and learning through workshops, it started to click in. Now I understand ko, kaya pala workshop junkie ako. Because I've always wanted to learn. Akala ko lang I attend workshops because akala ko gusto ko lang chumika. Because I love being with people, I like knowing new people. No, it's not. Like going to a different group. No, it's more of gaining more knowledge. Because I never knew one day it will all just fit in. It's still fitting in. A lot of things that are fitting in. There's a lot of things that I don't understand. So, but I believe that one day if I am ready, the understanding will come, the wisdom will come. So with all of this knowledge, all these experiences, of course, it's just natural to just share it
Yes.
and earn at the same time because there should be balance of energies, right? I invested in my learning. So, I am now gaining the returns of my learning. The talent of healing, our talent of healing, is like the talent of singing, of dancing. What's the difference between performance arts and healing? It's a talent. How come they get paid? How come we don't? Just because it's spiritual? Of course not. It's a talent. They have all the talents also. They just don't work on it. We work on it. It took us years and pain. Oh my God. Parang tayong ballerina na went to Russia and, you know,
Oh,
nagka,
lalo,
ano-ano
lalo
at
na
yung
sa'yo,
mga,
talagang pinagdaanan mo yun para matutunan talaga na todo.
so it's like an athlete also, Mitch. Like, we go through the exercise, the training of pain. And most healers do not realize that one, na pinagdaanan mo yan. Dapat kang bayaran. Talent mo yan. Bakit yung singer ba, si Regine Velasquez, sabi ko, sing for free. Will she do? She will never do that. Unless super close kayo. Right? You will pay. You will pay. Some writers, executives, that's a talent. They get paid. Millions and billions of pesos. Why can't we be paid? So we live in a material world. We need money to survive, to thrive. Money is energy. Kapag hindi ka magpapabayan, ang may issue ka sa pera. Kung may issue ka sa pera, may issue ka sa relationship. Kasi same energy lang sila. It's all about self-worth. Okay?
Oh, that's
I had to
beautiful.
learn that.
Parang yan ang ilalagay ko sa quote.
Diba? I had to learn that, Mitch. It was very hard for me to charge. I feel like, oh my God, should I charge? Should I charge? Oh my God, I should not, because this is gifting. Gift to God. But ilang milyon na kaya ang nagastos ko dito sa mga workshop at saka mga whatever.
Yeah.
Diba? There's an investment. Some people have it naturally, they're psychics, but oh my God, they also go to pain. Diba? Ang dami lang pinagdaanan din to manage their gifts. Because if they are not aware how powerful they are, oh my God, mental health issues kaagad yan.
Yeah.
So we learn how to balance. So, money we use to give us value in terms of, in the 3D world terms. Now, okay, this is how much because we need that. We need to be valued. Because if we don't have value, who are you? Kaya kailangan ni ego yan eh. Galing mo. Worth 10,000 ka, worth 5,000 ka. Galing mo per hour. Galing mo. So strive to know more, right? It gives you confidence eh. It gives you
Pero
confidence.
ang ganda that you're able to integrate the spiritual with the mundane and, apply it in life.
I had to. If not, I will not do healing. I had to. Because my mind needed to understand why I needed to charge. Like here, like what I do with my modality now, as incorporating astrology and millennium. I spend more than half of the day analyzing one chart. By the end of the day, my brains are, kasi ang daming layers eh. I have to research. Because karpit siya na eh. I have to do my homework.
Astrology.
I have to do my homework because I am telling you, this is your life. This is why you are like this. Because from past time you're like this. In your family, your emotional foundation is like that. Your identity is like this. I have to understand. So I'm able to articulate it in such a way you understand it.
Parang people are not aware that there's a lot of preparation before the session. As in,
Yes,
ang daming preparation.
correct.
Oo. Lalo na kung ang kinakausap nila, yung very spiritual talaga, na meron pang prayers before the session. Not just
I
a
do
day
that, Mitch. I
before.
do that, Mitch.
Diba? Several days before, may prayers na yan
Correct.
for
I
the
do that.
session
I
to
mean,
be protected and for the
correct.
session, do what it's needed for the person to
Yes.
be healed. Diba? So
Ang daming prep work.
not a lot of people know that.
A lot
Yung
of prep work.
preparation.
Yes.
And post-work rin.
Correct. Ang dami mong i-release kasi, kasi minsan may ma-absorb kang something eh. Release ka. Ang daming prep. That's the reason why I have difficulty walking. Because there are some energy na hindi ko na-release.
Pero ngayon, okay ka na with your knee.
It's still there. Like, because what is happening now, if you notice, energy is now very heavy. Diba? Ang lakas eh. Yesterday was the spring equinox.
Yes.
Today is the astrological new year. First day of Aries. Aries is the first sign in the zodiac. This used to be the new year before. Then they changed it to January.
Okay.
So there's a lot of shifting happening. A lot of downloads happening.
Okay. Oh, for those who are watching this, we're doing this recording on a Sunday. Today is March 21. Para lang hindi kayo malito
Ay,
sa
sorry,
yesterday, today. So today is
21,
March
it's Aries.
21, the first day of Aries.
First day of
Talagang
Aries.
malakas ang energies kung yun nga talaga, yung unang pasok.
And then,
There's also Holy Week.
there's Holy Week pa. At saka Aries kasi is the archetype of movement. It's the archetype of a young child. So maraming energetic move. There will be more energetic movements this season. So may marami pang, something happening. Protect your elderly because they might not be able to handle the strong energies. So for you guys, whatever your modality is, if you have none, pray. Do the rosary. Protect yourself, protect your elderly because malakas ang energies. They are in the elderly kasi minsan hindi nila kaya. If you notice, namamatay lately. No? Dami namamatay lately.
I did not
In my
notice
case,
that.
I know a lot of people died, even young, right? So a lot of people are checking out because it's just getting stronger and stronger and stronger. And then the surge of COVID. Yesterday was 7,900. The other day was 7,103. It's keep on rising. Why? Because people are still not waking up. Going back to the comfort zone. Wanting to be controlled by fear. So, kaya ako ngayon, nagdo-double time. I see as many people as I can because I would like to create ripples. That's why I said yes to you.
Okay, I appreciate that because last year I invited Bunny and he wasn't ready. But for some reason, last February, naisip ko, I'll try Bunny again. So apparently, it's the angels and the guides, working. Yes, this is meant to happen. Ayun. So, but Bunny brings a lot of good messages as well. So despite the pain, the fear, we can overcome it.
Oh yeah.
Oo, sobra-sobra. We can really overcome it. But you need to want to be healed.
Yes. When you say I want to be healed, I really talagang, you be resolute in wanting to be healed. And you should also be resolute in doing the work. That's the reason why we have limbs, we have feet, we have a physical body because there is a physical work to be done. the releasing, the letting go, the analyzing and stuff. This body needs to work. The energy healing can only do so much. Sasaluin siya ng physical work. Okay? Because the mind always goes back to where it's comfortable with. It does not want to be disrupted. That's why I specialize in psycho-emotional. Because this is so powerful. It can make and unmake you. Okay? Behind the consciousness is a very strong subconscious mind. 95% of our mind. That is the magnet that attracts all the circumstances in our life. So, if you are trying to get rich, but at the back of your mind, you have a programming that I am poor, I do not deserve to be rich because to be rich is a sin, or I do not, being rich means it's unfair for everyone because everyone should be rich, so there is guilt. That is what we're attracting. We attract circumstances in our life wherein we cannot prosper. Even though consciously you will work hard, consciously you're trying everything, but your subconscious keeps on attracting the opposite. So that's why I am very curious about the mind. What are your blocks? What are your limiting beliefs? Let's work on that. So once we let go of it, we release it, that manifestation of prosperity becomes stronger. You become a stronger magnet for wealth, stronger magnet for love. Okay? So that's why I am so fascinated. That's why I like shadow work, because that's where I'm coming from. Even if I realized, even when I was still young, I would read about psychology stories in ganon. Nafa-fascinate ako. Now I understand why. So there is always a storyline. So I see people na some of my clients will give me feedback that, hey, I was able to sing, I'm able to look for, my business is now moving because they've been stuck for a long time and stuff like that. So once this is the last frontier. Once we know intimately what our mind, our subconscious is, oh my God, supernatural, divine ka. Imagine unknown to ang subconscious. As you get deeper into the unknown, the deeper you will know God. The deeper you will sense Him. Kasi ito siya eh. For me, it is subconscious. Unknown. Anything unknown, divine. God. Okay? Although may mga dense energies, may mga dark, they have roles to play. Gawa ni God rin yan. They have to, this just to strike the balance of things. Okay? Although may mga multo talaga. I'm not discounting that. May multo talaga. May multo talaga. Buti lang I do not see them. Oh my God, I would have figured out.
I also refuse to see them. I choose not to see them.
Correct. Buti lang wala tayong ganyan, di ba? Oh my God. But
we have a choice, guys. Remember that.
I choose not to. I choose not to.
We choose our consciousness as well.
I choose not that is not my path. Iiba ang path ko. I would rather work on here on the subconscious mind. So that is where I'm coming from now. Understanding the subconscious, unconscious, like collective unconscious na, collective consciousness, and all this. Ang daming layers.
Marami nga yan.
Ang daming layers. Ang daming nating pag-aralan, a lot of things to understand in a deeper manner, in a more intimate manner, so we can now work with the energies of the universe. When we work with the energies of the universe, there is no more power. That is actually, for me, the secret to power or being empowered. Work, understand, and work with the energies of the universe. That's why I went to astrology, because I'm hypersensitive. Bigla ako maka-anxiety attack. Then I understood na when my life got better, Oh my God, even if I have money, I will still get anxiety attack. I wonder why. I will look at the calendar. Oh my God, full moon, Luna, lunatic, lunatic. Talagang I go crazy on a full moon. Lunatic. And that's why I became the word lunatic because of the full moon. Gravity yan eh. Even the tides would, would follow the full moon. It's high tide during full moon. And we are what, 70%, 75% water? We follow that law. That's why I go crazy. Kaya tawag sa lunatic. So I needed to understand. So I'm not that special pala because I still follow the laws of the energy. Talagang aha moment ko talaga yun. So every full moon or every astrological event, I brace myself now. I don't want to be a victim to it. I don't want to blame that this is because I'm like this, because there's an equinox, there's like what. No, it's more I will brace myself. Okay, there's something happening in the next few days. I brace myself so that I will not go crazy. Kasi grabe ang anxiety attack ko. Talagang anxiety. Talagang I freeze. So when I have now the understanding and the knowledge, I am able to brace myself. I still can go on with my day. I am no longer a victim. Because I want to be a victim, di ba? Tamad ako. I want to know. I want to crack the code as much I can.
Oo. At mukhang nahanap mo na. And
Hindi,
it will continue
hindi
to
pa. I don't know.
unfold pa. It will continue.
Slowly,
Oo.
understanding.
Continuous siya eh.
It's a process naman eh. So let's enjoy the process.
Pero ang I love what you said earlier na yung being empowered is really understanding outside of ourselves, yung universal laws and all that, di ba? But for those who are not yet there, kasi ibang level na yan eh.
Sorry.
Oo. No. But that's our future selves, diba? We're going towards that, whether in this lifetime or next lifetime, or diba? By the grace of God, it could be right now. But for those who are, going through tough times right now, what can they do so that they could, hear what their hearts are telling them? Kasi at the end of the day, di ba, like in your case, yung awareness, yung acceptance, yun yung talagang pag-ignite di ba? Yung simula, humility. Well, what message can you tell them? And this conversation. Kasi you've already, ang dami mo nang nasabi. Pwede ka na gumawa ng course, promise. Online course, kayang-kaya na, Buns.
Ano siya, for people who are going through tough times now, I don't know if to tell the story. Kasi, okay, we are now in the age of Aquarius, officially as of December 21, 2020. Although it started early on, but officially it was December 21, 2020 when Neptune and Uranus, Neptune and Saturn conjuncted. Talagang bigyan ng from our point of view, from isang planet lang sa bigyan very big. They even call it the Star of Bethlehem. Okay. Looking back, the lockdown started in March 16, if I'm not mistaken. March 16 is Pisces. It's Pisces. It's kasi Pisces is a Feb 22, March 20. Okay. We came from the age of Pisces. See the synchronicity, Mitch? In the midst of the Piscean time, we were locked down in preparation for the Aquarian time. Okay? So what is Aquarius? Aquarius is being authentic who you are. Kung sino ka talaga. Okay? So anong ginawa? Naka-lockdown. So anong ginawa natin sa lockdown? It's just me, myself, and I. And oh my God, my thoughts. Kaya ang daming taong naluloka kasi they are never comfortable with their own thoughts. That's why we keep ourselves busy all the time because we're trying to escape what our thoughts are. And because there's nothing to do, it's just you and your thoughts, you went crazy. Because all your trauma, all your problems, all the things that you're trying to repress, all the things you're trying to, to forget started surfacing because there's no destruction. And what did we do? We controlled it. No, this should not happen. This should not happen. I should not think in this way. I should not. So there's a lot of control. What two opposing energetic forces inside of you now battling each other? Effect: depression, anxiety, mental health. So my advice is, this is very hard. It's very easy for me to say this. Try to let go of the control. If you accept that you're a failure, do not judge it. Sorry. If your business is going to close down, do not judge it. Do not tell yourself you're a loser. Look at it in a perspective wherein, okay, I have probably a trauma of being a loser, a childhood something that about, being second best, and stuff like that. It's very complicated to process, but for me, accept that you have control issues. Try as much as you can to let go of the control. Because your authentic self needs to come out. The Aquarian age will push us to be our authentic selves. Okay? Even structures are crumbling. Governments are bungling with their choices with their policies. Why? Because we need to awaken to the fact that there are cracks in the institutions so that we will see, they are trying to control us through fear. It's now on our faces. Okay? Look, I am trying to make you appreciate it from a point of view of spirituality and the grander scheme of things. Things need to break down for something new to be born. So it's not only you being broken down, but even structures. So that something new will come out. Ito yung sinasabi sa Bible ng Golden Age. Pero hindi na siguro natin hindi na natin maabutan to kasi the transition is going to happen for the next 200 years. It can be shortened depending on how open we are to change. So, if you do not learn and you do not let go this time, the next round will be more severe. That's how the universe works. First lesson, parang tapik. Second lesson, medyo ganun na. Third lesson, nasasampalin ka na. Fourth lesson, gaganon ka na ng universe. Kung hindi ka matututo, next time, ganun na naman.
Trauma upon trauma.
Di ba, Mitch? Haven't you noticed that in the next round, it becomes more painful?
Yes. Oo.
I noticed that kasi nakita ko, first, pinapik lang ako, hindi ako nakinig. Ay, yung sinampal, hindi pa rin nakinig. Kasi kaya ko ang pain ng sampal eh. Tapos ko nung ginanon ako, talagang, okay.
Subsubin mo.
So do not wait for that moment. So let go of whatever you can let go as of now. Take baby steps. Do not, shock your body. Kasi kapag masya-shock ang body, especially yung brain mo, may resistance yan. So let go of little things. Like for example, if the picture frame is nakatagilid, huwag mo ayusin. Be okay nakatagilid siya. Until such time na wala ka nang, it doesn't bother you anymore. So, those little things, okay? We are all controlling. Why do we control? Because we want our lives to be predictable. In predictability, there is safety and security. Now we are called to venture out from that security and safety. That's why we're asked to let go of the control. I tell you, this is easier said than done. I know it's very triggering for a lot of people to say let go. You will see if that you have not let go, if you still incur the same problem still recurs. The best gauge is your mental health. And if it still bothers you, if it still gives you anxiety, I would suggest you seek help, because in this time, as in like it's 180-degree turn, that you need someone like Michelle or me to guide you. Kasi naranasan na namin siya. May experience.
Yes, actually, Bunny also saw how I felt.
Oo, may experience na kami. Hindi siya madali. Especially during our time na leading the blind kaming dalawa. Ano gagawin natin? Ganun talaga siya. It's hit and miss. So we have experience. We can impart to you our wisdom so that the ride for you will be easier. We cannot promise you it will not be painful. There will still be pain because there's a death that is happening. The death of your old self. All kinds of death, physical or otherwise, there is pain. Any transformation, there is pain. We can never escape it. So do it as early as now, kasi the energies are getting stronger and stronger and stronger. Baka bigla kayo mag-check out from this world kasi hindi nyo na kaya. Whether natural death or, gawa-gawa
Ready
mo na
na.
death.
Or ready na rin
So,
talaga umalis.
kasi maano talaga siya, it's heavy and it will confuse us more. It will confuse you more. Even us, like me, Michelle, we are still going through our transformation. We are still working on our pain. We're still working on our trauma. But it's not as painful as it was before. Because the bigger chunk of the pain has been dealt with, has been worked on. So we are just, cleansing the good stuff. And unless we have still some trauma na hindi pa lumabas, sana nalabas na lahat.
Siguro naman lumabas na lahat ngayon, di ba? And yung mga remnants na lang yung inaayos, kung meron pa. Oo. But when it comes to healing, ang na-realize ko rin is, it's like an onion, parang layer by layer.
No.
Oo. But once the major layer has been, lifted and released, kaya na yung mga
Kaya na siya.
It's not as painful anymore. It actually can go through it with ease.
Yes. But there's still pain. Good thing you mentioned about the onion peel, because some people would want to fast track the that can be fast track.
Talaga. Even with hypnotherapy, hindi.
If you want to fast track, that means may control issues ka pa rin. Diba? By process talaga siya. Just trust the process. Be mindful. Be aware of who you are, where you are, what you're going through. That is one way of fast tracking the process. Talagang take responsibility. Taking responsibility of your own life. For me, that is very important now. Because we're so used to blaming other people, pointing fingers. Kasalanan mo to, kasalanan mo to. We forget that everyone and everything is our mirror. Whatever trigger we have about the other person, it's not because we don't like the person, we don't like what he is or what she did, but it's because we have an issue. It's just mirroring it back to us.
That's why, talagang nag-practice ako to see the beauty in everyone around me. Parang I refuse to just see the negative things.
But when you see the
mirrors
negative,
natin,
you ask na lang yourself, bakit ayaw ko siya?
That's babalik rin sa akin yung tanong eh. Babalik rin sa sarili.
I ask myself, bakit ayaw ko siya? Kasi there's I think lately, there's one person who triggered me and I asked, bakit ayaw ko siya? Kasi pala, I don't want his manipulative ways. But I don't want how come I am not neutral to his manipulative ways? masakit man aminin, manipulative rin ako. Na hindi ko ina-acknowledge because I am shame. It's too shameful for me to admit it. So I'm very manipulative. But now I can talk about it because it doesn't hold. There's no more energy attached to it.
Yes.
Okay. So it's easier. So I am manipulative because I need to survive during the time. And probably I will still manipulate other people and other things because I may get triggered. You know, it's there, but it's no longer a monster that one day it will just explode. That I cannot control it anymore. Ngayon, kaya ko siyang i-manage. Because I don't want, like, di ba, there's a lot of people na biglang puputok kasi ang daming repressed feelings. No, hindi nila na-manage. Hindi nila nalabas, hinay-hinay yung pain. So, that is what I'm trying to say. Let go of the control and slowly release the pain. Slowly release the pain. I feel bad. I feel sad because I lost my business. I feel sad because someone betrayed me 10 years ago. I was never able to process it. I just repressed it. And then the most difficult is if the trauma happened to you between the ages of 0 to 7. Kasi walang prefrontal cortex ng child. It's like a sponge, you just absorb it. So we were not able to analyze it and understand it. It's just there. That's why you need people like Michelle who goes to hypnotherapy to dig that out para ma-heal siya. So, hinay-hinay. So whatever you can release, just release. Baby steps. What is important is the intention. Once the intention is out there, the universe will just back you up. All your guides, all the angels back you up. Because they know that you're ready to let go and transform. And be in tune with the energies of the new age.
That's beautiful. Beautiful. Saka tama rin si Bonnie. It's not as easy to let go of control, but once you have done it, ay, sunod-sunod na. Sunod-sunod na talaga. Ayun.
Saka ma-prove mo talaga na kaya ko pala.
Oo, kaya. Kakayanan natin eh. Ba't hindi kaya ng iba?
Correct.
Ayun. But I really like this this conversation. It seems like I attended a workshop. Pwede ka na mag-release, Bonnie.
Mag-talk tayo, Mitch. Mag-collab tayo. Because I don't know how. Ang daming isip-isip ko dito. Di ko alam. I cannot, I'm very kalate. I'm very astrology, I'm very water. Wala. I need someone to give me form. Okay? I need someone to give me form. So I need to work with someone to, okay, this is what we want to talk about. And then come up with we can discuss that one. I'm open to it now.
Okay, sige. Open din ako sa mga ganyan. Marami rin ako collab this year. But thank you so much, Bonnie. Thank you so much for this time and all the wisdom that you have shared. I am happy that you're now at a more peaceful state. And really happy in Cebu, living the kind of life that your soul chose for yourself.
Yes. Amen.
That's really a miracle and really a blessing. So I am so happy for you, and I wish that I pray that you could also relay that kind of peace to all your clients.
I am ready.
Yes. Nag-yes ka na eh.
Yes na to.
Alright. Oo, wala nang bawian. But thank you so much, Bonnie.
Thank you, Mitch. I'm so happy to see you. And the peace that you have now.
Super.
And the growth. I see you also, your growth. Oh my God, si Michelle.
Pareho eh. I know. All right, for those who are watching,
thank you.
The favored ones and those who are going to watch at YouTube, remember that you're highly favored, you're truly blessed, and just like Bunny and I, kaya nyo rin, face whatever it is that you're going through with humility and acceptance, and let go of the control, and just
Amen.
allow things to happen. without holding on too much, di ba? Ayun. So, God bless everyone. I wish you all well. Thank you so much.
Thank you.